This is in the interest of the Ula and Osman children. We're here for our initial permanency hearing. We are conducting this through Zoom. We are also live streaming, and Ms. Taylor is making our record. All right. Mr. Miller is present for the Department of Family Protective Services, and Ms. Kincaid is present on behalf of the mother, Sterling Abdikader. She is not present. Mr. Hussein, one of the named fathers in the case, is present with us. I believe, let's see, Mr. Hussein, you believe that you are the father of the two oldest children, is that correct?
Yeah, the not the two oldest actually is the little one and Ali.
Right, you have, I think you're adjudicated, well, no, I'm sorry, I'm looking here. Do you believe you're the father of Adrian and Ali?
Yeah, Ali and Adnan.
Okay, all right, so the two younger children, my apologies.
Yes.
Okay, sir. All right, so Mr. Hussein is present with us, and Ms. Zavala is present on behalf of the children. She's their attorney and guardian ad litem. Okay, Ms. Huddleston is present, I think, to give us an update. Before we go into our initial permanency hearing, the children were removed from the mother again in the end of March. I think that was on March 24th. Procedurally, some paperwork I don't think got filed. And so I want to give Ms. Kincaid the opportunity to look at all that and speak with her client. Ms. Katie, we're going to need a little placement change hearing as soon as we can possibly set it. And Ms. Kincaid will let us know whether or not we actually will need that or not after she speaks with her client. So while we're proceeding, I'm going to let Miss Katie look for a date and some times, probably watch the chat feature, but we'll confirm that with everybody. All right, then, Ms. Huddleston, if you will unmute for me and raise your right hand. You solemnly swear that you'll tell us the truth today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you give us a quick update? And I'm going to ask you not to go into very much about this removal, because not everybody's had an opportunity to look at this or prepare for it, other than the fact that we know the kids have been moved and where they are, how they're doing, but I don't want to go into any of the facts about that, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
So the kids are doing pretty well at their placement. They've had some scuffles with some of the other boys. Usually because they're trying to protect Adnan, the little one. So if they feel like he's getting bullied at all, that's gonna, they're very protective of him and protective of each other. They fight with each other a lot, but they love each other a lot too. So so they have had a few scuffles in there, nothing serious. They are having a little bit of trouble sleeping while they're there since the change. Something that wasn't in the court report, they were prescribed some melatonin to help them sleep at night, but that was after the court report was filed. I have not been able to get in contact with mom. She messaged me to help her move her stuff out of Martha's home because they did not allow her to stay there after the removal. I helped her move her stuff and I haven't heard from her since. I've called and texted multiple times and she's not returning my calls. I have talked to Mr. Hussein. My understanding is that he is interested in taking his children, and he also said that he would be willing to be placement for Courtroom as well.
And he is living in Arizona?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and have we started any kind of paternity testing on him, or is he acknowledging that he's the father of those two children?
He has acknowledged that, but we are asking for paternity test today.
Well, I'll ask him a few questions here in a minute. We may not need that.
Okay,
But he is in Arizona, therefore, and he doesn't believe he's the father of Akram, so we would have to have a home study, correct?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we all know that that can take some time being in ICPC.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Again, Mr. Hussein, I'll explain a little bit more about that here in a few minutes. Any other progress with the mother?
I know she had started parenting classes virtually through Project Heart. I did verify before the removal that she was attending those. But I haven't been able to verify since the removal because I haven't been talking to her.
Is the phone working?
My messages are going through. They're not
Good.
rejecting. When I call, it goes through. But she's not returning my calls. I'm not
Right.
getting any messages that it's disconnected or anything.
And same with text messages?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, then, Ms. Kincaid, do you have any questions?
Ms. Huddleston, thanks for reaching out earlier this week, and keeping me posted. Can you, do you have the last four of her phone number in front of you?
I don't. I can text
Okay.
that to you though.
Yeah, can you send it to me? I'm trying to reach out to her. It sounds like the phone line is screening my call out, because I'm not even hitting a voicemail. If you could do that, that would be much appreciated.
Yeah, she has two numbers as well. The other one I think she uses when the main one goes down, but those messages don't go through for me. So I haven't been calling that one. Anytime I try to text that one, it does say not sent. Her primary phone number hasn't been giving me those messages, but yeah, I'll send you both of those numbers.
I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
all I have today, Your Honor. It looks like we may have a date set for next week. If I can reach Miss Abdikadir, that maybe we can go over more next week.
Okay. All right. Okay, then, Ms. Zavala, do you have any questions?
I have no questions, Your Honor, but I was able to speak with the boys and can fill you in whenever you're ready for that.
Okay, let me talk to Mr. Hussein just for a minute. Mr. Hussein, do you have any questions you want to ask Ms. Huddleston or anything you want to tell me?
No, I mean, again, I think we've been communicating with after the placement, after the removal, from the other place where they are. But other than that, I don't have a lot of questions. I'm just sad that they've been from this point to point A to point B to point C all the time like that. That's the only thing that's concerning me. But other than that, I don't have more questions.
Have you had any contact with their mother?
No, I mean, for a while now.
Okay. So let me just ask you, Mr. Hussein, I know you were telling me you think you are the father of
Mhm.
the two younger children. You know, under Texas law, because you were not married to the mother, you are what's known as an alleged father. If
Mhm.
you do have the right for genetic testing to be sure that you are the father of both those children, if you have any doubt about it. Is that something you want, or are you willing for me to legally adjudicate you as the father of those children at this time?
I mean, so long there's no problem. I always believed they were my children until now. So unless something is really, really required to be done for that purpose, but other than that, from day one, all I knew was they were my kids.
Well, you don't have an attorney yet in this case, and if you want to submit some paperwork to me, you
Mhm.
can do that, and I can likely appoint an attorney to represent you.
Mhm.
It's a big decision because once I adjudicate you, there's really no turning back from that. You're the dad, and you're legally responsible for those two children from here on until they, become adults. So, it's a big decision, and I don't want to rush you into something. If you think there's any doubt or question that you are the dad, then we need to do the genetic testing to be sure.
Well, again, on my side, this I'm certain, but again, it's you guys. If we wanna go on to the testing, I don't mind either doing that. But again, for me, I don't have problem. From day one, like I said, you know, I know they were my kids, and the only way to tell, because they gave me that chance also when even they were born, at the hospital. I told them, for me, it's not necessary, but unless she wants us to do that, but at that time I didn't do it either. And right now, if it's needed, the DNA, I can do it, but I don't
Sure.
think it's necessary either.
Okay. Well, if you really think you're their dad, I mean, I hate to waste the additional time to get the testing done because it takes a while. And then, if we're possibly looking at you for placement of the kids, we have to start this interstate process between Texas and Arizona. It's mandatory federal law. I can't override that. And so I can't, in other words, especially with the child that we know or is not yours, I cannot just place that child with you without that home study. So they can take months to get those done. So if you're willing for me to adjudicate you as the dad, I'm going to do that today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So those were the things I really wanted to cover with you. I appreciate you stepping up and staying in contact with us. So, Ms. Huddleston will continue to maintain contact with you about anything that we need you to do.
Mhm.
All right. Do you live by yourself or do you live with someone else?
Yes, I do live with someone else, with my other two kids.
Okay.
Mhm.
It could be very helpful, not that it bypasses the home study, but
Mhm.
if you'd be willing to send us some photographs of your home and what the sleeping arrangements would be for the children. And I mean, all of that information just helps us move in the right direction. It doesn't substitute for that home study. We still have to do that, but it would probably be really helpful for all of us to have that.
Well, send them to who then?
Okay.
If I take the photos.
Ms. Huddleston, is he having any kind of virtual contact visitation with the children?
I haven't set that up yet, but I did let placement know that he can talk to them if they want to, and I will get those virtual visitations set up for him.
Okay, I want to start that as soon as we can, and
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
happy to include Ofram in that.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Judge, he asked at the end of that, who does he send them to?
The photos that you guys say you want.
You
Well,
can send them to Ms. Huddleston.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get some visitation set up for you so you can start having communication with the boys, okay?
All right. Thank you.
It's very, very much appreciated, okay?
Mhm.
All right, Ms. Zavala, your recommendation today?
Would be for them to remain where they are. They are in region at the far corners of the region. I got to Zoom with them, so I got to see their faces. They looked good. They each have their own rooms. And they said things were good there. They talked about friends that they had made. I know, there's probably some bumps as you're trying to fit in and get adjusted. But they were talking about friends they had made, and things that they liked about the placement. So it was good to see them. And I do recommend that continue until we can get them to Mr. Hussein.
All right, I appreciate it. Okay, then today I am going to adjudicate Ramazani Hussein as the father of Adnan Ramanzani Ullah and Ali Ramanzani Ullah. And I will establish the parent-child relationship between the father and both of those children. Okay, I will continue the department as the temporary managing conservator of the children. I would find a continuing danger to return the children to their mother. I'm not going to find a continuing danger to return the children to Mr. Hussein at this time because but I am going to find that it's actually impossible to do so because of the ICPC. But Mr. Hussein is cooperating with us, and I would find he's complying with us. And I'm gonna find mother is not in compliance because I don't think we've made much headway or progress on services. Father, the alleged father, Olson Liebman, then has previously been adjudicated as the father of Akram. But I am going to find that he is not in compliance with us at this time, and there would be a continuing danger to return that child to him, since we really don't know where he is or anything about his situation. Okay, I will see everybody back then April 30th of 2026. That'll be on our 9 o'clock
Judge.
docket. Yeah,
Sorry, I wanted to see if we could discuss service on Mr. Liban.
certainly. Sorry about that. I forgot.
No worries.
Yeah, we've had no contact, so we probably just need to do publication.
That's what I was gonna ask. If we could do substituted service on him.
That's fine. I will treat that as a oral motion for substituted service on Mr. Lieben. And y'all can send an order over. We'll get that done.
Judge Baker, sorry to interrupt. I know that some of the ICPCs get done a lot quicker if we get an expedited order. Could you do that to include all 3 kids?
Always,
Okay.
always happy to do that.
Okay.
Every case, I will sign an expedited order.
Okay.
All right, I will put it in my docket entry as well. Okay, so I'll see you back April 30th for this little placement issue if we need that. And then the next review hearing will be August 18th of 2026. That'll be on a 9 o'clock docket. And then our final is actually scheduled for October 22nd on a 9 o'clock docket, just so everybody has those dates.
Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Ms. Huddleston, could you send me an email with Mr. Hussein's physical address for the ICPC? I only have a P.O. box.
Yeah, the PO box is my mailing address, but I do have my physical address. I don't know, does she have it?
Yeah, I think I have your physical address. If I need it, I'll call you.
Okay.
We try not to give that out, Mr. Hussein, because we're live streaming, so we don't like giving out that personal information. So
Okay.
here in court, but you can, Miss Huddleston will make sure she's got it. All right. Thank you all so very much. I'll see you just in a few days.
Thank you, hon.
Thank you,
very much.
Judge.
Bye-bye.
Judge.
All right, I will call cause number 100859-D in the interest of the Castaneda children. This is an adversary hearing in this matter. This is our first setting. We are conducting this through Zoom. We are live streaming and Ms. Taylor is making our record. All right, we'll go ahead and take announcements. Let me just go ahead and announce the mother, Leslie Castaneda, appears to be present with us. Ms. Castaneda, can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Do you have video, ma'am?
yeah.
Can you turn that on for me?
Mm.
Okay, while she's working on that, we'll go ahead and take other announcements.
Melinda Powell for the department. We're present, ready to proceed.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the children.
All right, and the father, Mr. Dixon, is not present. I show that he is in TDC possibly.
I believe so, and we have sent citation out. Let me look and see where we sent it. What is this doing? Well, my program just crashed.
It's okay. Let me just see. I can probably look. Same with Mr. Juarez, Jose Juarez. I don't have him logged in. Have we had any contact with Mr. Juarez?
Miss Flores, have you had any contact with Jose Juarez?
No, ma'am, I have not. We didn't get enough information from him to be able to make contact, and they haven't been able to locate him.
Okay, and we haven't served it. We haven't sent out anything, Judge. It does look like we sent citation to what appears to be probably a prison in Abilene.
Correct. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, but no return yet.
We haven't received any return at
Yeah.
this point in time. It usually takes a little bit.
Okay, then Ms. Castaneda,
Yeah.
still, I don't have you on video, but let me just talk to you. All right, this paperwork you filled out to be appointed an attorney. Obviously you've heard the discussion, did not, we don't know what happened. It got lost somewhere in the great big web in the sky. So they're gonna resend that to my office. I'll look at that. We can reset your case for up to 14 days from now. If you want us to do that, you're welcome to talk with the department's attorney if you want to, but I'm not trying to push you into anything. Do you want to reset this case till you have an attorney assigned and you've had an opportunity to talk to an attorney?
No, I'm good.
You're good, meaning what?
No, I don't need an attorney. But is it mandatory?
It's not mandatory, but I mean, I'll look at the paperwork you've submitted and likely you'll qualify and I'll assign you one. But for today's hearing, it's just whether or not you want to discuss this with them and see if there's some agreement that y'all can reach, or whether or not you want to wait and have talked to a lawyer before you do that.
Okay.
Which do you want to do?
Yeah, we could wait
Okay.
until. Okay.
All right. That's the smart decision. Okay then. Ms. Katie, what would be a potential reset for this?
¿Qué pasó, Lenny? I'm sorry, Judge, I'm looking. We have got
Yeah.
so much going on.
I understand.
Um, We could do, if we go out the 2 weeks, we could do May 7th, if that works,
What time?
at 9. We do have possibly very contested adversary that morning, but we could do it first. The 5th is booked solid.
All right, May 7th on the 9 o'clock docket. Sounds like,
Yes.
it sounds like what we'll need to do. Okay, then Ms. Castaneda, we'll look at that paperwork as soon as we get it. We'll get someone appointed and, it's really important that you make every effort to speak with them before that next hearing on May 7th, okay?
All right.
Okay. All right, then I'll see you back then.
And Yvette, if you will copy me and Kim, or at least Kim, when you send that paperwork, and then we can make
Melinda,
sure.
I got it. Justin
did you
Pierce
get
sent it to me. It looks like Miss Flores had an extra dot in my email address.
Okay.
So that's probably why it didn't go through, but I did just get it.
Okay, good deal.
All right, that happens. I've done it myself.
I've done it many times.
Okay, see everybody on May 7th.
Bye.
You're free to go. Thank you. And I will call cause number 100-858D in the interest of Caden Hargrove. We're here today set for our adversary hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom. We're live streaming and Ms. Taylor is making our record. All right, then we'll take announcements.
Melinda Powell for the department. We are present, ready to proceed with an agreement for the majority of the case. The only issue we'll need to discuss will be who the home study will need to be on.
Bailey Sapien on behalf of respondent mother Anna Lewis. My client's present. We're ready.
Your Honor, I'm Tate Eldridge. I represent the father, Sean Hargrave. We're both present, ready.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of Caden.
All right, then. So my understanding is we have parents have agreed to TMC and will work services as those are discussed between now and the status hearing. I'm assuming, Ms. Powell, we're not seeking child support or any kind of medical support at this point in time.
That's correct, Your Honor. We would ask that Mr. Hargrove be court ordered to drug screen.
Okay, Mr. Hargrove, can you make it out to our testing facility before 4 p.m. today? Okay, I can't hear you.
Where is that located?
Okay, where are we gonna want him to go to?
Where is that located?
Yeah, I'm gonna find out for you.
2329 Ross Osage, the Care Express next to Sam's on Ross.
Did you catch that, Mr. Hargrove? Okay. And that,
Yes, ma'am.
and that will be a hair and UA. It's possible, since it doesn't look like you have much hair on your head, but you do in a beard, they may take some of that. Okay,
Okay.
okay, then, Mr. Eldridge, at some point before our next hearing, if you would just discuss paternity issues with Mr. Hargrove to see if he's going to want genetic testing or whether he's willing to be adjudicated the father of the child. But we don't have to do that today, but you can just talk to him about it.
We have already talked about that, and he said he absolutely is the father.
He is the father?
Yes.
Okay.
So he doesn't request. Right, Sean, you don't request DNA testing?
Okay, we're having trouble hearing you, but I pretty much could tell you said okay.
Correct.
Great, thank you. All right, then I'll go ahead and adjudicate you here in just a minute.
Correct. Yes.
And Judge, can I ask Miss Stanley a question?
Sure.
Miss Stanley, have you gotten a drug screen from Miss Lewis, or do you need a baseline drug screen from Miss Lewis?
We need a baseline drug screen.
Okay, so we'd ask that both parents drug screen, Judge.
Okay, and Ms. Lewis, did you catch where you need to go then, out to Care Express?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, I just want you all to know, since we're at the very beginning of the case, failure to appear to these drug screens or failure to give a correct sample can be deemed a positive result by the court. So it's really important. Even if you know you're going to test positive right now, we're just trying to get a baseline so we can tell, is usage going up? Are we going in the right direction and usage is going down, or you're negative? Okay. So that's what's important to us. It's also important to us to know if you're using what you're using, because some drugs can be transmitted between parent and child, skin to skin contact. And so it's always of a concern with a newborn that having in-person visits and where you're holding the baby or very close to the baby, that they can be getting that transmitted secondhand. And so it's a health risk. It's not meant to be punitive, but it's a health risk for the child. So the faster you all have, if you do test positive, the faster you can give us a negative UA, the faster we can set you up to see the baby in person. Okay. So don't take that I'm trying to be tough or punitive on you. It's simply to protect the child's health and well-being. All right, then, Ms. Sapien, is this what you all have agreed to?
It is, Judge, with the home studies.
Yeah. Okay, and Mr. Eldridge?
Yes, ma'am. That's our agreement.
Okay, then. All right, any particular order that parents that you all want us to do these home studies in? And Mr. Hargrove, do you have a preference? Again, I can't hear you. You may need to get closer to a microphone.
I would prefer my sister.
And
I would prefer my sister, if that's at all possible.
And your sister is?
I would prefer my sister if that's at all possible. I'm sorry, my phone's tripping.
Okay.
It's Nicole Hargrave.
Nicole Hargrove, Nikki Hargrove.
Okay. All right, Ms. Lewis, what's your preference?
Nikki Hargrove.
I'm sorry, Ms. Lewis, can you say that? Can you unmute again?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Her name is actually Nicole Johnson.
Okay, Nicole Johnson. All right, Ms. Lewis?
The father and I are in agreement, so Nicole would be.
Her name is actually Nicole Johnson.
Okay, we got it, Mr. Hargrove. Okay, we'll take a look at Miss Johnson first. If something happens that's not approved, the department will, or St. Francis will be asking you all, who do you want now?
Zoe, did you have that name and contact information?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, y'all give me just a second.
Zoe, is that one, does Nicole have an H, or how do you spell Nicole?
Yeah, Nichole.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Ms. Zavala.
Your Honor, Kelly got to meet with Caden in person here locally. Placement seems to be very good. Caden's doing very well. I'm all in favor of the home study, and I hope that works out well. And that Caden could be moved at that time, but until that time, I do recommend that placement continue.
All right, thank you. All right, so for parents, make sure they understand, Ms. Zavala has been appointed as the attorney for Caden. So just like you all have lawyers, so does Caden, and her job is to check on his well-being and make sure everything's going good for him, and to report back to the court what she also believes is in his best interest. So she has an important role in this case. Even though he's a baby, he can't talk, but she will be in her office, will be checking on him, making sure he's getting everything he needs, and that you know, he's in good hands and all things are going well for him. Okay. All right, then. I do find the evidence is sufficient to name the Department of Family and Protective Services as the temporary managing conservator of the child. I find there's a continuing danger to return the child home at this time. Parents will work services. We'll talk about that more at the status hearing. I am going to order Ms. Lewis and Mr. Hargrove both to go drug screen for us today before 4 p.m. That'll be hair and UA. You've been admonished about failure to do those tests, whether it's today or moving forward in this case. I am going to adjudicate Mr. Hargrove, Sean Hargrove, as the father of the child, Caden Hargrove, and establish the parent-child relationship between the two of them. I will also order, I'll order an expedited home study on Nicole Johnson, the paternal aunt. I'll sign the order when I get that, and I'll see everybody back for the status hearing on June 9th. That'll be a 9 o'clock docket. All right. I appreciate y'all working this out and cooperating with us. I wish parents the best of luck. I'll see you back June 9th. We'll talk about your services, but you don't have to wait until then to get started on the things that they're going to want y'all to do. The sooner you get started, the better. Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Judge. Take care.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
All right, then, we are here today scheduled for an adversary hearing. We are conducting this through Zoom under a finding of good cause and agreement of the parties. We are also live streaming, and Ms. Taylor is making our record this morning. All right, we'll go ahead and take announcements.
Melinda Powell for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. We are present and ready to proceed with an agreement.
Savannah Kincaid, I'm here representing Ms. Oliver. We are both present and ready.
Ryan Brown for Mr. Ong, both present and ready.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the child.
All right, thank y'all. Okay, Ms. Powell, if you want to tell me what y'all have agreed to.
The department will be named temporary managing conservator of the child. Parents will be named possessory conservators, and they have agreed to engage in services. No child support or medical support at this time.
All right, let me just ask, because Mr. Ong is alleged, has anybody discussed adjudicating with him this time?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Brown, do you want just a second to talk to him about that? The reason I'm asking so early in the case is what I read in the affidavit led me to believe maybe he believes he's the dad, but he just didn't sign the birth certificate because he didn't maybe want involvement with the department. But I can put you back in a breakout room if you want to talk to him and see whether he's going to want genetic testing.
Mm, it may be better one-on-one with him later, you know what I mean? Because I think she's right there.
I understand. Okay, we can table that discussion till the status hearing then. All right. So Ms. Powell, I think the temporary would only reflect that mother is named as a possessory conservator since he's not adjudicated as a father yet.
Okay.
That or we have to appoint him as a non-possessory, and I think if we can wait till the status hearing, that'd be easier.
That'll be fine, Judge.
All right. Okay, then, I'm sorry, Ms. Powell, anything else as far as your all's agreement?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Kincaid, does this sound like what you and your client have agreed to?
It is, Your Honor.
And Mr. Brown?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, Ms. Zavala.
I do believe this agreement is in her best interest.
All right, I appreciate it. All right, then I will find the evidence is sufficient to name the Department of Family and Protective Services as the temporary managing conservator of the child. I will name Ms. Oliver as a possessory conservator of the child. We'll discuss genetic testing with Mr. Ong and address that again at the status hearing. We'll expect that any parent will work services. I'm not going to order any child support or medical support at this time. I would make a finding that there would be a continuing danger to return the child home at this time. Sign the order when I get it, and our status hearing will be June 9th of 2026, and that will be on a 9 o'clock docket. All right, I appreciate y'all working it out, and I hope we get off to a really good start with Ms. Oliver and Mr. Ong, and I'll see y'all back June 9th.
Thank you.
All right, thank y'all so much. Everybody's free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.